G'day guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be doing my tips for round 11 of the season. And let's see how we went last week. 6 overall. Port Adelaide, nice win. Don't know why I went the Crows, especially without Tex, and he was the reason they won last time. Dogs looking great. Went the Tigers. Bombers just pipped them. I was very much contemplating the idea of the Bombers. But didn't quite happen. That's okay. It's a big week. Nearly halfway through the season, very close to halfway through the season, which is quite unbelievable when you put it like that. Some big games, some interesting games, that's for sure. So we got the SCG, Sydney hosting Carlton on a Friday night. Big game for both teams here. Sydney fell over the line against North Melbourne in unbelievable circumstances, and Carlton, what's lost their last 3, 4 of their last 5. I am going to tip the Blues to get the job done here. Not by a lot, 11 points. It's going to be a close, tight match, you would suspect. I think, Carlton just have to find a way here. I don't think Sydney have been travelling that well. Probably travelling worse than the Blues. And unless they get 12 players back in from injury, I'm pretty comfortable going the Blues, who are relatively full strength. Not with a lot of confidence, so it's hard to be confident with the Blues. But yeah, it's a must-win game, and they've played some of the best teams. They've had some pretty steep opposition of late, and have sort of gone down to them, more so representative of where they're at the moment. I think they'll beat Sydney. Not with a lot of confidence. Gamble responsibly. Moving on to St Kilda, who are hosting the Hawks. This one's at Marvel. Hawks a monster win over the Eagles, and they're definitely going to challenge the Saints here. But I'll be going the Saints to get the job done. Defensively, I think they'll be able to strangle the Hawks. Eagles didn't have much resistance after the first goal, and didn't kick a goal in the second half. Hawks on their home deck there as well, tougher to beat. So I think, the Saints. But I suspect the Hawks will be in the game for a fair chunk of it. That's my assessment anyway. The MCG, we've got Melbourne and Fremantle. This game's going to be, very, very intriguing. I'm going to go the Dockers. I'm back on the Dockers. I tipped them to beat the Cats. They've won their last 3. They've kicked 100 points 3 weeks in a row. Don't think Melbourne have been okay. I mean, 4 of their last 5. They have been in solid form. A little bit of an upset here. I think, Freo, if they bring that ferocity around the ball and that pressure and can kick a winning score, they got them at the G, I think, last year as well. So let's have a look-ski here. 2022. Yes, earlier in the year they pipped them at the MCG. I'm going to go to the Dockers. Not with a lot of confidence. A little bit of a point of difference tip there. Let's see how they go this time around. Then GMHBA Stadium, we have Geelong up against the GWS Giants. We have pretty short price favourites here. Definitely at home. I mean, it's hard to go against Geelong at home. Not going to be an easy game. GWS have definitely, whilst the win-loss ratio doesn't look incredible to their name, they've still been competitive in a lot of games and have been sort of tough to sort of overcome. So if the Cats think they just can roll in and get the job done, they're kidding themselves. They're out of form at the moment. Lots of injuries, possibly a few players coming back. As time goes on. So we'll see what happens there. I suspect we'll be too strong at home. It's hard to be confident at the moment as well until we show some better form, because we have been leaking a lot defensively lately. TIO Stadium, Saturday night, Gold Coast Dogs, big game here. I think they've had some close ones in recent times. So I just feel like they've had some close games. That's the Dogs' home, 11 points at the Suns. So they've played against each other a little bit. I think, it's hard to go past the Dogs with their form at the moment, looking really good. If it was at Metricon, or not even Metricon, if it was over in Queensland, might be leaning towards the Suns. But Dogs doing a lot right at the moment. Optus Stadium, we have the Eagles and the Bombers. The odds are very interesting. I don't think you would ever see this in your wildest dreams. It's pretty hard to go past the Bombers with their current form at the moment. I don't think they've beaten the Eagles over there too often. Let's have a look-ski. They have. They won there in 2021 by the looks of it. Other than that, they haven't beaten the Eagles over there too often, but the Eagles lately haven't been much chop, so Bombers still get the win. Sunday Arvo, MCG, Richmond and Port Adelaide. It's a big game for Port Adelaide. Richmond, I mean, there's big news about Damien Hardwick. He's out of the caper. Set to quit. That's definitely not breaking news at all. But, yeah, I mean, Port Adelaide, as I've said, don't get too many chances at the MCG. Richmond to respond, maybe. But I think, yeah, Port Adelaide playing brilliant football at the moment. Tough, brutal football. 7-0 on the trot. Tigers, again, they beat the Cats the other week, but the Cats pretty well diminished. 10 out of their best 22, and let Richmond sort of play their game. Didn't really apply much pressure, as we saw against the Dockers as well. So their form line doesn't read that great. 1 point loss to the Bombers. Relatively competitive. But yeah, I like what Port Adelaide are doing. We go to Marvel Stadium for the second last game of the round. Collingwood and North Melbourne. You got the best team against one of the worst teams. Collingwood, it's pretty close last time though. North gave them a good shake at the MCG. Ended up being 7 points. Ultra competitive effort from North Melbourne. Pies, again, one of their crazy comebacks. That was sort of when it was first like, here we go, the Pies, look at them go. Then the final game of the round, Adelaide Oval. We've got Adelaide and the Brisbane Lions, and the Crows have definitely shown some great form over there. And been really tough to beat this year. I like the Lions though, and they were picked by Port Adelaide earlier in the season, sort of shown up, but since then they've been basically cherry ripe. Especially after that Bulldogs loss, they've been in ripping form. All lines are firing on all cylinders. Crows will definitely be really tough to beat. It's going to be close, but I suspect, yeah, Brisbane just a bit too strong. Tempted to go the Crows, but I'm a little bit shy after their big loss against the Dogs. They haven't been great away from home. Their form at home, though, absolutely deadly. So look out for the Crows. To be tipping the Lions, though. In their history, I've got the graph right there. So I'll leave that there. All right, those are my tips for round 11. So I've gone Carlton with not a lot of confidence, and Kilda. Fremantle, a little bit of a point of difference there, a bit of an upset potentially, especially on the money side of things. Geelong, Western Bulldogs, Essendon, Port Adelaide, Collingwood, Brisbane. Those are my picks for round 11. First time in several weeks since I got less than 7. Bit upset. Let's get back towards the 9. Be doing very well to get there this week, but see what happens. See how we go. Should be a good round of footy. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button and like the video for the YouTube algorithm, because it absolutely loves it, and I'll love you for it. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. Guys, appreciate it. I'll catch you all next time.